Hello everyone, this is Mohamed Shabeeb, National Director of BNI and Director of GCC for ActionCOACH. Question that I get asked often is, how do I manage my time? How do I prioritize things? Because people see me as a very busy person, but I tell them, no, I'm very scheduled. How do I do that? I use a very simple technique called the Eisenhower matrix. Now, it sounds simple, but getting it done is one of the most difficult parts. So an Eisenhower matrix is basically a 4-quadrant matrix where you define the first row as important, the second row as not important, the first column is urgent, and the second column as not urgent. If something is not urgent and not important, you basically delete it. You gotta make sure that it goes out of your spectrum. You don't even have to think about it or do anything about it. If something is urgent but not important, which means it has to get done now, but it doesn't need your attention, that is something that you need to start delegating. Okay, you delegate it. You might be thinking, why am I going backwards on this? Let me get there. If something is important and not urgent, which means it requires your attention, requires your presence, but it's not urgent, it does not have to be done now, it's to be done at a later date, can be scheduled for a later date. You basically ensure that you are scheduling it. And then if something is urgent and important, you basically do it now. So I'm sure 95% of the audience who's watching this video would have actually known this, but the secret of it is, how do you apply it? So when we say if something is urgent and important, do it now, most business owners actually exist in this zone. For them, everything is urgent and important. So you need to really take a step back and think, does it really require my attention, my presence? But it has to be done now. So if it has to be done now but doesn't require your attention, what you have to do is you have to make sure it becomes a do it now for someone else except you. So what happens is it becomes a do it now for your subordinate or for an assistant or somebody in your team for whom it becomes a do it now. So delegate literally means it's urgent for you, it doesn't require your attention, so it becomes an urgent and requires attention of someone else for whom it becomes a do it now. One of the best ways to understand how delegation works. But then becomes other challenge. What happens when you schedule and then something becomes, it keeps on getting rescheduled. So the biggest discipline that comes in for an entrepreneur who wants to make sure this works, or even a manager, whoever it is who want to make this work, is understanding is that when you schedule it, it becomes a do it now at that time. Okay, at that time of that it is scheduled, it becomes a do it now, and you got to do it now on the date and time it's scheduled. Do not let anything else take over that schedule, because the moment you do that, what you have done is you're given it permission for these things to become a delete. Right? So make sure that you set your priority right, set your filters right, understand what requires your attention and time, and always make sure that all your important urgent things were once scheduled already in your calendar and becomes something were things that was not urgent but only became urgent now, and you're doing it now. That is the way you schedule things and you start using your calendar. Plan ahead, make sure you see everything in. So one of the most important things that most BNI members ask me is, how do you make sure that you attend? So in BNI, nothing is do it now, everything is scheduled and only becomes a do it now for you at a later date. On the day of your meeting, you attend the meeting. On the one-to-ones that you're promised, on the referrals that you have to follow, everything is scheduled. A proper, good entrepreneur and a good BNI member always schedules things and get it done when it is supposed to be done. All the best on your time management, and let us know if there's anything more you'd like us to share in the comments below, and we'll be more than happy to assist you. Thank you.